subscribe and ring the bell to never miss an update. Hello everyone, it's that time again. Today on Lady Mary Bath, we're back at MAM Resale for the store reset. They cleared out all their inventory over the weekend with a half-price sale, and they have put all new items for us to discover. Join me. It's always exciting to see the store reset and all the new items they bring out. A seasonal display to welcome us into the store, and I can't wait to take you along and show you all the new treasures that they have added. And keep in mind, these are all donated items from generous hearts in the community. There is not a catalog from which they order things to fill the store. They do an incredible job of merchandising, and you really have a retail experience with incredible prices. Let's take a look. Be sure to follow MAM Resale on social media. They sometimes announce special sales throughout the store, and you can get some great inspiration and some sparkly outfits for your next holiday party. Here we have some Taylor Swift tour-inspired outfits, complete with a drum set. I love that they merchandise it almost like a showcase window, the way department stores used to be. The houseware section is always my favorite area of the store, and they even have some chinoiserie for us. Let's discover all the treasures here. I like to start in the houseware section. This is where I find lots of great gifts and things to add to my tabletop collections. It's a great store to shop on your lunch hour. If you just have a bit of time, you can definitely shop certain sections, and I say come often. If you just go once, you may not find what you're looking for, but if you frequent the store, I promise you, you can fill your Christmas list. The 90s are definitely popular again, and this is a great example in tabletop from 1994, a pattern that was launched and became a bridal favorite. The gold rim goes very well with fall. It's a classic look, and I'll tell you more about this pattern. It's a great opportunity to grab this while you see it. Of course, it would also make a great gift. It goes with just about anything. Could definitely brighten up your table. This is a very familiar pattern, Marquee by Waterford, Hanover Gold. This was one of the most popular stemware patterns when Waterford launched this line in the mid-90s when I worked for Waterford Crystal. And they also made hollowware, which would be bowls, bases, sugar and creamer, that sort of thing. And they made it in platinum, but only in the stemware. The one thing I will tell you is that it is very hard to find. This is a great price today, $30. And as we all know, you don't put crystal in the dishwasher. And here you'll see the gold rim is coming off a bit. We did have an issue with that back in the Waterford days, and I'm not sure if it was a manufacturing flaw or perhaps someone truly did put it in the dishwasher. Anytime you have a metal rim or band on crystal or china, you'll want to hand wash that, and of course never put it in the microwave. They've got an extensive collection of the Hanover Gold. The candle holders are priced at $15, and there's actually a trio of them. It was $98 for the pair back in the mid-90s. And here we have another familiar giftable and collectible that you will see in high-end boutiques. And it's rather unusual to find at a thrift store. And this is another great way to celebrate life's moments, perhaps something that's personal to you. And I'll tell you more about the brand. You might recognize these memory blocks by Sid Dickens. Sidney Michael Dickens is a Vancouver-based artist, and he is known for these tiles. They are highly collectible. They retail for $125 each, and if one is retired, then it can be worth hundreds. I find these occasionally in thrift stores, and I've sold them on eBay for quite a nice profit. These range in price today from $40 to $80. The center display features cool blues that are refreshing in this Texas heat, and I see some entertaining essentials and home decor. A coastal collection is always in season here on the Gulf Coast. This would also be perfect for entertaining poolside. I especially like the mother of pearl tray and this platter. It is a divided dish for $25. And it doesn't just have to be for the summertime. Here we have some Texas items, including owls. You will notice the hand carved and the decorative one that you see in barware as well. The cases often will have entire collections. I see Willow Tree Angels and Winnie the Pooh, and also a very exclusive item that I've never seen at MAM before. This countertop display has some amazing treasures, some top brands with an interesting history. Let's take a closer look. French crystal. This has a very unique process, and I will tell you all about it. I know that some of you have found this in thrift stores, even recently on the Lady Mary Beth's Table group page on Facebook. I invite you to join us there. Dom is the only glass company that utilizes the pâte de verre process called glass paste, and that is where the glass particles are placed in a refractory mold and fused in a kiln, and that creates the translucent or opaque color. Perfume bottles are pretty and practical. Murano glass is not as prevalent here, and if you've shopped it on the island of Murano off of Venice, you know that it is quite costly. And here we have the original sticker. I actually think it's more affordable to shop it here. The tourists that have purchased it there at a higher price bring it home and you get a deal. Millefiori is a glass-making technique that creates beautiful patterns. It means 1,000 flowers in Italian. And it is a technique that actually lost favor in the 18th century and revived, thank goodness, in the 19th century. And we have a lot of paperweights and interesting items today. This perfume bottle is lovely. It actually dates back to the Romans. There is a mosaic bowl at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. It dates to 1 BC with this same process. You'll want to make sure that you look carefully in all these cases. There might be one piece that is missing in your collection that you've been looking for, and even better when you can get it at a thrifted price. And I see one that is highly collectible, and some wonderful everyday glasses. A bird collection, another great example of how you can start an entire collection in one fell swoop, shopping at MAM. And my favorite crystal brand. Lots to share with you here in this case today. I'm like a kid in a candy store. Do you see this beautiful crystal? I spy some Waterford, Kylemore, and Miller Rogaska, and the prices are amazing. Let's take a look. I share a lot of information and history on Waterford crystal in a previous segment. You might want to take a look at that, where I talk about 14 hours of labor is required for each glass, no matter the size. And Miller Rogaska, I think, is underrated. It is a fabulous quality crystal and definitely worth adding to your tabletop collection. Amazing deals on these liqueur glasses, Waterford Crystal and Miller Rogaska. There's actually a connection between these two companies. Mr. John Miller was president of Waterford USA for almost 25 years. Then he started his own crystal company. Rogaska is based in Slovenia, and they have a 350-year history of crystal making. Wonderful artisans and craftsmanship. And these are great prices. This would have retailed for $49 in the 90s, the Kylemore pattern, and this would be a similar price. And you might be thinking you don't serve schnapps or liqueur, and perhaps you don't need these glasses, but it actually works very well for mouthwash. You could place that in a guest bath, and wouldn't that be a fun way to utilize this? And of course, with this many glasses at $8 each, you could certainly place these down the center of a table with florals for an interesting centerpiece. Or you could place one at each setting as a party favor. Cheers to this wonderful Waterford. More Waterford treasures. The number one paperweight is well priced at $35. This retailed for $100 back in the 90s. And the number one is great for a newborn baby because there are so many milestones in their lives that they will celebrate. It could be first place in sports or academics, and of course for the new year, for January, the first month. I enjoy using this in my tablescapes. The Westover Business Collection. I remember when this launched in the 90s. The business card holder is $45 and the notepad holder is $55. Here is an item that is highly collectible. This is something you find in Europe and at high-end gift boutiques. It may be a name that's hard to pronounce, but it's definitely very much loved, and especially when it's a retired piece. This friendly snowman would be a wonderful addition. The littlest snowman was hiding here in the case. This is a beautiful collectible from Swarovski, an Austrian crystal company. It's well priced at $38. It goes for about $90 on the secondary market. So this is a deal. It was made in year 2000 and it retired in 2009. It was designed by Edith Maya. The company was started by Daniel Swarovski in 1883, primarily as a jewelry business, and he actually supplied to Queen Victoria. In 1895, he had moved to Österreich, Austria, and had started a company that focused on crystal making. He actually had a patent with a crystal cutting machine. And you're probably wondering how it gets its sparkle. It's actually a chemical coating that creates this vibrant look. I am often asked how to pronounce Swarovski. That is that wonderful Austrian crystal company. And here is an easy tip. Perhaps you don't want to go skiing anymore, so you swore off skiing. And that would be an easy way to remember how to pronounce it, Swarovski. Of course, in German, it's Swarovski. I found some great treasures here the last few visits. Always worth a look, especially the blue and white Chinoiserie that seems to be displayed in this area. As we know, that is perfect for all seasons. If you've seen the recent Heights Antiques episode, just add pumpkins and a pop of orange. The beverage glasses sometimes have some hidden gems. I have found Waterford crystal for $3 each, which I have sold on eBay for a nice profit. You can arrive in style with this familiar Vera Bradley. I'll tell you more about it. Vera Bradley is a product that is sold in department stores, your favorite gift boutique, in their own company stores, and online. But you may not know the history and how it all got started. Two friends, Barbara Bayard Bradley and her neighbor Patricia Miller, were traveling in 1982. They found themselves in a sea of boring black luggage. And with $500, creative fabrics, and female ingenuity, they started this company. Last year, their revenue was over $540 million. This tote bag is quite nice, and it looks to be almost new. And when you're looking for the price of Vera Bradley at MAM Resale, you'll want to look inside the bag. There is a white tag that has the style number, and that's where you will find the price. Love this pattern. That'd be great for my upcoming cruise. The seahorses reminds me of Waterford Crystal. That's also their logo. You'll see the attention to detail with Vera Bradley fabrics. Just love it. You can never have too many bags. It does make traveling more fun when you have the bright, beautiful fabrics. And the company was named after Barbara's mother, Vera Bradley. I like to cart shop. This is a great addition to a table. You may have seen a previous segment called Drab to Fab that I featured, and I incorporated some very similar items to dress up the table. For $5, this is a deal. Perfect for coastal living. Let's see what else we can find. A beautiful milk glass bud vase. That sure is nice. And serveware. Can't go wrong with silver plate. For $8. Wow. These are all deals. Fantastic finds. This looks to be a bit mid-century. It has the hobnail and it's almost like a swung vase there at the top for $5. I love the detail. I've seen this actually at antique shops for quite a bit more. It is Reed & Barton silver plate. EPNS. And this would be nice for bread, for jewelry. Ooh, we have another one, $8. That is from Oneida. Always turn it over and look at the back stamp. A footed compote for $15. It's got some pitting, but once you place something inside, I think it would be perfect. I do like to look at the heavy metals because I sometimes find some amazing deals with some creative purpose. And you can definitely incorporate this into your everyday in so many ways. I've even seen these displayed on walls with natural patina. Silver trays and vessels are of course quite useful and wonderful for your home decor and tableside service. But I also like to think of these as gift packaging. If you are trying to create a gift and maybe it's hard to package, whether it's maybe a piece of crystal, jewelry, or even your best recipe with key ingredients, this could serve as your packaging. Place it on top, wrap it in cello with a beautiful wired French ribbon, and you've got a creative gift and an extra gift for your recipient. This is well priced at $10 for the Oneida tray. This fluted design is nice. This does have some pitting, but it depends on the purpose. For $3, I think it's definitely worth it, especially if you place a doily on it. A covered sugar bowl, you could use that for sweetener packets. You don't have to have the matching creamer if that's not something you would use. $5. This has my attention. Absolutely wonderful coaster. A sterling silver find here amongst all of the silver plate and metalware. I knew immediately that this had to be sterling silver because it has a different patina as it tarnishes compared to silver plate. Silver plate can have a sort of iridescent look, and the depth of color here tells me that it has to be sterling. Sure enough, I found the hallmark. It is Frank M. Whiting, sterling. This coaster would be great as a jewelry dish for lemons, when you have iced tea on the table, just about anything. Always look down below because you might find something that amazes you that's been overlooked by other folks. And we have everything from metalware to silver-plated trays. This is a familiar brand. We turn it over and we see that it is Wilton Armitage. This is one of the original ones that is not made in China. Made in the USA, $15. Always look down when you're thrifting. You might find something wonderful on the bottom shelf. This Wilton Armitage oval scalloped handled platter would make a great gift by itself, or of course for gifting. That could be maybe a family gift around the holidays and place some of your best Christmas treats on top, tie it with a red ribbon, and you've got a wonderful presentation. Crystal candle holders make a great gift, especially when you can find a matching pair. They're often priced separately, $8, because they could get separated in the store. That would definitely dress up a table. And they have some vintage ones as well. I like when the original sticker is on an item that gives you so much information. Noritake full lead crystal made in Germany, most likely made in the Nachtmann factory, which is where they make Tiffany, Gorham, Marquis by Waterford originally. $10 for this Meridian square bowl. That would be the most fantastic gift. You could definitely wow someone with that for $10. Where can you go retail and buy anything decent for that money? I have a weakness for crystal baskets, and this one does not disappoint. Absolutely love it. So much craftsmanship. A $12 cut crystal basket is a steal. This is European crystal. You can see the notched corners, hand cut. I've seen this same basket in a ruby, cobalt, or emerald cut to clear. And this would be great filled with Easter grass and Easter eggs for the spring. You could also take it to your florist and have a beautiful arrangement placed inside. It's not just for the springtime. I think this is perfect for year-round. A crocheted crystal pattern salad bowl from the Imperial Glass Company is a bargain at $8. You could use this for chips, as a centerpiece, for so many purposes. This sweet compote might not grab your attention at first, but it actually has an interesting history. A simple glass compote on a shelf might actually be hiding a bit of history. This is the fan band design, early American pattern glass, EAPG, made in 1887 by Bryce Higbee and Company, and this design was also made by the U.S. Glass Company and New Martinsville Glass. Accrue it with the faceted stopper for $8. You could certainly get creative with this piece. And I am uncovering the crocheted crystal pattern that we just saw from the Imperial Glass Company. This is the cheese and cracker plate. It could also serve as an underplate to the salad bowl, and that would be great for a centerpiece, perhaps even a small punch bowl. This is interesting because it was an exclusive pattern made for the Sears and Roebuck Company from 1935 to 1950. Lots more glass to discover, including a familiar pattern from Anchor Hocking, the Prescott, for $8. That's a fair price for this picture. This is a punch bowl stand. Let's turn it over, and that's the correct way to display it. The punch bowl fits inside. The Aztec pattern from the McKee Glass Company. This is a newer version. The molds were purchased by other glass companies, and you can see in the center it has that frosted look, which is not original. A sweet, small pitcher, perfect for syrup. I actually contemplated this. It's got a great back stamp. Copeland's China from Spode. I walked away for $4, turned around, and it was gone. And it even has the back stamp on the lid, which is highly unusual. This is a really good find. I hope that someone is enjoying this. I probably should have added it to my collection just for the interesting placement of that back stamp. I love Sadler teapots. They're so interesting. The shapes are neat too. The Elizabethan house, $15. That is a good price. Part of the English Country Houses series. And that company is no longer in business. This is a great find. Beautiful blue glasses there as well. And a triple candle holder. This is definitely vintage. It has an Art Deco look to it. I don't see a pair. That is beautiful. This would also make a great gift. It's very affordable too. I think this is under $10. Milk glass. This is also practical and it goes with every season. $6 for the creamer, which of course you could just gift that with some maple syrup, and that would be a nice addition to a collection. Familiar Delft from Holland. Love the blue and white. This looks like an exceptional quality. It is not the souvenir tourist grade. Look at that back stamp. $3 for each candle holder. I'm definitely taking these home today. Love the blue and white. This usually sells fast. And here we have a candle inside one of these. Looks like maybe it was a retail purchase, $3 for a tea light. That is perfect too. And we have some piggy banks. A turtle and an elephant for $15. That is unusual. I can't say that I've seen Chinoiserie. Coin banks, $20 for the elephant, and that will bring you some luck. And here is a Chinoiserie hiding in the corner. We've got to take a closer look. A Chinoiserie surprise hiding in the corner. This is a large vase priced at $25. That seems to be an excellent price, and I'm assuming shoppers just didn't notice it tucked away here. What a deal. I'm drawn to the beautiful blue hues. This ceramic tray looked interesting. I had to take a closer look at the back stamp. It is signed by the artist L. Norway. This must have been brought back from someone's travels. Well priced at $10, and I can see this holding some condiments on your dinner table or even as a base for a centerpiece. Lots of vintage and artisan items, and here we'll also discover one that's a bit newer. The King's Crown is neat. And a pair of bowls. These look like Lenox from the top, but they're actually from Pier 1 Imports, which is a store that has recently closed. $5 each. The gold-rimmed sherbet dishes at $2 a piece. Those are fantastic for desserts, especially for the holidays. Definitely worth buying, especially with the underplates there, those gold-rimmed dessert plates. And here's a closer look at the Tiffin King's Crown. Wouldn't that be beautiful for the holidays? Those are fantastic plates. And the flashing looks to be in good shape. That's one thing you'll want to make sure that the color is still showing well. And these are sold with the underplates, which is smart, for $10. That is definitely a fair price for a dessert set. So many possibilities. Could even be for an appetizer. This looks to be Swedish crystal. Sometimes you can tell by the color of the crystal, and that is very heavy, of course. And it is auriferous. Even within Waterford and Baccarat, you can tell by the color. It's priced at $30 for this substantial piece. I see a pattern that I recognize from Portmeirion. It is not the Botanic Garden, it is Pomona for $8 for that bowl. And as we look throughout the store, we see even more pieces. Sometimes they have half price on dishes. You'll definitely want to follow them on social media to get updates. These are made in England, which is definitely a plus. Made in Britain, you'll see on the back stamp. It was designed by Susan Williams Ellis. And we have serving pieces as well. So you could create this entire pattern in one fell swoop and have a complete collection. They have bakeware as well, which is a plus for everyday entertaining, $38. And if you catch them on the half price dish day, then you definitely have saved a lot of money. And you'll notice that the made in Britain pieces go for a lot more even on the secondary market because most of them are made in China now within this pattern line. $50 for that round baker. Glass plates are practical. You can use for any occasion. $5 each, and especially if they have etching. That's something I highly recommend you add to your collection. We're getting ready for Halloween here. Lots of treats can fit in this cookie jar. Love it. I can't say that I've seen Halloween cookie jars before. This is a really neat one for $12. That could be part of your decor. You certainly don't have to fill it with anything. Roosters are popular for the kitchen. And that pewter tray is fabulous. $12. And that even has the original sticker on it. The wreath is lovely too. $65 for the large. I can see that in a kitchen. That would be really neat. Or for a country home. How about these bookends? Isn't that a bit unusual? A fish? I love it, especially if you're looking for a manly gift. $5 for the pair. Of course, you want the complete set of bookends. The florals at $20. I think that's a very fair price. If you go to your local craft store, you spend a lot more to make an arrangement like this. And you're ready for fall. Glass cake plates are wonderful to keep on hand. If you're bringing a cake to someone's home, you don't have to worry about getting the dish back when you've only spent a couple of dollars on it. Or if you're welcoming a new neighbor. This was one that my mother had. Very familiar. $10. I can see her yellow cake with chocolate icing on this. A Chinoiserie planter usually is, I would say, harder to find at a thrift store. This one actually has some interesting addition of pink on the cherry blossoms. Lots of detailing. You could put a Christmas tree inside of this. $175. I've actually done that with one of my Chinoiserie planters. A tall tray. You could even hang that on a wall. I love it. And I see something down here that would make a perfect gift. Brand new in a box. How about that? From the Lenox company. And these have the original stickers. In fact, I don't think anyone has ever taken these out of the box. We might be the first ones today. Priced at $10 each. These, I believe, came from Dillard's. No one has ever disturbed these, so we have to take a closer look, of course. Some great colors for Christmas. And you can't go wrong with that. You can go ahead and wrap it and put it under the tree. This is a lovely bowl too. I think that's from Fostoria. It's a wonderful piece for $6. You can't go wrong. You can place that on your table, fill it with fruit. Here's a Hanover Gold Bud Vase, Marquis by Waterford. I'm going to reunite it and put it with its collection for $15. Got to keep it together. If someone came in and was excited to find their pattern, we want them to get all their pieces. Another reason to shop the entire store. And here's an Orifers crystal bowl from Sweden for $25. I'm surprised it is placed over here because that actually would be a prized piece to display in the cases or on one of the shelves with all the other pretties. That's another reason you want to go down all the aisles. That's a nice masculine look as well. I do tend to pop over to the furniture section because sometimes I find something amazing. For $200, I will give you a closer look at this tea cart. It's sort of like a butler's cart. Great storage here, and I'm sure it will sell fast. Let's open a drawer. It even is lined. Someone has definitely enjoyed this. Well taken care of. I'm sure it was an integral part of their serving. Great deals on furnishings here at MAM. This chair is only $60. Of course, I have my eye on the tea cart. This is rolling, has great storage, and it even has a drop leaf on either end. Great for serving. And this armoire behind me is $850. You can't beat these prices. This beautiful armoire has inlay. It is made in the style of Louis XV. Quite a stately piece with great storage and pull-out drawers. Looks to be a bit modernized. This could go in a bedroom. It could be for your linens. And a beautifully upholstered armchair. The price is right. This one has some hand carving. They have some good deals in the furniture section. For $85, this wingback chair has paisley upholstery. And here we have a hand-painted cabinet. I could see this even in a kitchen or breakfast room. It is priced at $400. I'm thinking that's from the 80s if you look at the colors and those beautiful blue ribbons. It's also signed by the artist. Oh, it's from 1999, it looks like. Let's have a look inside. That was used as a TV cabinet. I see the hole in the back for the cords. Let's take a look inside the boutique to see what is on trend and the deals they have for us today. It's always fun. It's been over 30 years since the 90s started, and that era is back and more stylish than ever. The MAM boutique is on trend. They've got lots of prints and patterns, crop tops, denim, platform shoes, and more. Let's take a quick look at the boutique offerings. I have found some wonderful handbags here over the years. I like that floral print. And in the jewelry section, they sometimes have James Avery, my favorite Texas jewelry designer. This is a retired piece. It's priced at $199.
14 karat sterling silver and a garnet. That is sweet. And of course, when it's retired, it goes up in value. I think that's a fair deal. And if they had a special sale day, you could even get a better deal. Classic navy is great for travel. This Vera Bradley backpack is nice. I have the same one in hot pink, and I really prefer the navy. Nice for taking on the airplane, $49.99, and it's brand new. I'm glad that leopard print is still in style and on trend. It's great with the dramatic black. The soft pink backpack is sweet. And another example of the 90s, these Converse All-Stars priced at $40. Definitely on trend. These pants take me back.
Plaid was popular whether you wore it as a shirt, skirt, or pants. It was always in style, and it is coming back, perfect for the holiday season. You also see it in a lot of the 90s sitcoms that are popular again.
We can certainly get some deals and inspiration in the boutique. The crop top would not be for me, but I do like the denim.
More 90s inspired fashion with the crop top, denim, and platform shoes. I was standing in line to check out and they rolled out another cart. Let me show you these beautiful finds. Demitasse cups and saucers. They're priced at $5 each. Most of these are from Spode. There is also one from a German porcelain manufacturer. I will show you that one as well. These are just fantastic. And of course, they're for serving espresso, but you could also offer a delectable dessert, such as a pot de crème inside one of these Demitasse cups.
Here's a closer look at the Demitasse. Beautiful backstamps. They give such history. This is an exceptional one from Spode. And here's the one from Germany, Classic Rose Collection from Rosenthal, with that beautiful cobalt. This was a nice surprise. Look at this collection, and at $5 each, incredible.
The Demitasse cups can also be used for serving bouillon. This is a fantastic teacup from the Tuscan Bone China Company in England with the beautiful roses. Also priced at $5. This is a fantastic find today.
The Tuscan Bone China. They primarily made teacups and saucers. This rose chintz pattern is exceptional. Another great use for a Demitasse cup is at tea time, you could place some cocktail sauce in the bottom, a thin layer, a jumbo shrimp inside, a sprig of parsley, and you will look like you are from the finest tea room in the land. And these are my prizes today. I've definitely enjoyed taking you along, and I hope that you pop into MAM Resale soon. And what deals I got on all of these fantastic items, some of which will be some holiday gifts on my list.
Found some great items here at MAM today. The Vera Bradley tote bag is $18 and it's in new condition. How fun. That's going to be great for my upcoming trip to Alaska. And this compote is actually an antique for $5. That is going to be a great addition to my tabletop collection. And of course, I can't pass up Waterford Crystal for a deal. $8 for the Kylemore liqueurs. And this would cost a lot more in the secondary market because it is retired. Got some ideas for those. And the elegant cut crystal basket, delighted to have that for $12. And the sterling silver find and the Delft candle holders. So many great deals to be had here at MAM. Thanks again for joining Lady Mary Beth. Elevate your everyday with resale shopping.